Good evening, students. In the previous class, we have discussed about art and culture. Previous session, which I have taken up, we have discussed about what is the importance of art and culture, how many questions over the years have come up. So this grid I've shown it to you. In 2012, there were, 16 marks, 16, 30, and then came down to 10, 22, 12, 14, and 14. So on an average, it's around 14 to 20 marks, I can say, right? So what are the different websites? What are the, for art and culture, what are the different textbooks that we have to go through? First, we have to start with the NCRT books, right? So, and I have also discussed with you about the CCRT government, CC, I have also discussed with you about the CCRT website also. See, I've asked you to go through Indian architecture, Indian sculpture, Indian painting. I hope you must have done it. Each one of them have this as 5 points, 5 subtopics. Indian sculpture has 5 subtopics and Indian painting has 3 subtopics. I hope you people have gone through it. Could you go through, dear students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes? Any doubts in that? Especially Vikram, you're going to appear for this prelims this year, 22. So it's on June 5th and the countdown has started. You have 135 days. Maybe probably you can keep June 1st to 4th as revised revision time, or a quick recap of all the topics once again. So if you keep that, you have 135 days. So we can keep counting down the days and start preparing. Vikram, yeah?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm
So
counting on them.
dividing the syllabus. Where you need any specific help, please let us know so that we will be able to help you out. So others have little extra time so that they can, for you, you need to start working at least for 10 hours a day from now onwards, right? So in this, I have told you, know, one is the website, Center for Culture, Cultural, this website, Cultural Resources and Training. And the other thing is the NCRT textbooks. So in that, I have told you that in NCRT textbooks, class 11, an introduction to Indian art, class 11 chapter from the textbook, Living Craft Traditions of India, chapter 9 and 10, Craft Traditions of India from class 12. So today, let me show you this, an introduction to Indian art, class 11. There are 8 chapters. So I think so probably this year, this week, what are you working on, Vikram?
Ma'am, I'm currently
Aditi,
working on geography, ma'am.
you're going to geography, going through geography.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Aditi and Vishnu also can work on this. Indian art and culture is specifically, it's a small topic. So let us finish that. So you can do this. There are like 6 days are there. Each day one chapter you can finish, Aditi, along with you, Vishnu also, so that it will be very helpful to you to cover all the chapters. In a row. So this particular chapter, this particular book has 8 chapters. The first chapter goes like this. Prehistoric rock paintings. See, man, even in the, when he was in the prehistoric period also, where he was like a nomad moving from one place to
Excuse
another
me, ma'am.
place, he was not. Uh, any question?
Ma'am, you called my name, ma'am. The voice was breaking. Can you repeat what happened?
Yeah. See, what I mean to say is, in this particular this one, it's given no an introduction to Indian art. So in that, what I was trying to tell is, this has this particular textbook. Yeah, an introduction to art, class 11 textbook has 8 chapters, right? So we can start in this week. You can do at least 6 days are there. you can do 6 chapters or at least 5 chapters, right? If we fix the targets like that, it becomes easy, right? Topic by topic, subtopics out of the UPSC prelims, one by one we can complete it, right? So the first chapter in brief is this prehistoric rock paintings. So even when the human beings were living the nomadic life also, on the caves we can see the drawings of people can understand, see the by the pictures, yeah, how they used to spend their free time, how they were having yeah, they were, this is like, no, they are going for hunting or they were having a fight among themselves. So these pictures are depicting the animals that they have domesticated, or yeah, the kind of culture that they had, right? So see this, you can see in Uttarakhand, in yeah, hand link dancing figures, yeah, the zigzag wavy lines which are there. So these are all, yeah, where are they found? Yeah, and Tekalkota, there are different places where which are mentioned over here. So what was in the mind of even Indus Valley civilization also, the the pottery that they were using, the utensils they were using, the tools they were using. So that is an indication about the development which was going on at that time. So when it comes to yeah, your rangoli, your like, no, all these are the different art forms. Different art forms in that it can be like this paintings, or it can be like the visual arts also, theater part also can be there. So this lesson, you people just go through it very clearly, very easily it is given. So the different periods which are there, and how these particular yeah, arts have been, when there were excavations, these yeah, paintings have come up. So this chapter, I wish all of you, I will give a small video also on this. So I wish you, all of you will complete this particular chapter by the next class for everyone. So for Aditi, Vishnu, yeah, and Vikram, I think so you can better complete introduction to art, right? So quickly, I'm
Okay,
just
ma'am.
giving you yeah, an idea about what you need to work upon during the week, right? So next comes to, yeah. Also, I have discussed with you about the current affairs. I have shared with you this particular, yeah, the Hindu Review December 2021. I had shared with all of you. I have one more by Jagaran Josh also. There are several websites which are there where you can definitely utilize them. So where it is all compiled, the whole month's events are compiled for you together. Like suppose in Jagran Josh, you can see that year ender, year ender 2021. What are the, who are the famous personalities whom we missed out, who, yeah, died in this particular year? So what are all the names? Yes. So we have CDS, Bipin Rawat, and why we have discussed about this. This happened on December 8th, a very tragic yeah, accident where we have lost our Chief of Defense Staff, General Bipin Rawat, and his wife along with him. Also, Group Captain Varun Singh, who was there, he actually, they tried to save him, yeah, but within a week he was put on the life support system, but he also died. So this is one tragic yeah, event which happened in the year 2021. See, directly questions will not be who died, or yeah, there will be question like who was the CDS whom we lost in the year 2021, or what was the place, or how did it happen. So the question can be like that. Next is most of you may not be knowing, he's not, Dilip Kumar is not your generation actor. He is a Bollywood actor, I should say like some 2 generations ahead, like your grandparents or your parents must have watched movies of Dilip Kumar. He was a very, very famous actor. So great movies of Hindi movies like Devdas and Mughal Azam were he had acted in several movies, Hindi movies, a very popular actor. Next, one of this Milkha Singh. Can you tell me? Yeah, about Milkha Singh. Anybody?
Yes, ma'am. He's a athlete, ma'am.
Athlete. Yeah,
Yeah, ma'am.
legend. We should say. Yes, and he died at the age of 91. Right. So he is not yeah, it's not very young, like no, and I think so. There was a movie also on Milkha Singh, right? If I remember, uh,
Yes,
movie,
ma'am.
yeah, movie also was there.
Bag Milka Bag, I guess, ma'am.
Bag Milkha Bag, yes, 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 right. And next is Siddharth Shukla. Who is he? He is also a popular TV actor, right? Who died. And Punit Rajkumar. Punit Rajkumar is a famous Kannada actor who died. He was very, very fit and active, but he died due to heart attack, cardiac arrest. So yeah, his father Rajkumar was also a very, very popular actor in Kannada. So just like our N.T. Ramarao and Nageshwar Rao, that age actor Rajkumar, and even his son Punit Rajkumar was quite active. He was quite active in several events and programs for the social welfare programs. He was very, very active and people loved him a lot. So next comes Danish Siddiqui. Yeah, he was killed. He's an Indian journalist who was a award winner also. Yeah, but he expired on July 16th in when there were clashes between the security forces and Taliban fighters. Surekha Sikri. Yeah, she's an old lady in that movie. She worked in several serials and also on TV and also in the movies. She was there. Yeah. Now, what is this BRICS? What is this BRICS? Egypt became a new member of BRICS. What is this BRICS about? NDB is New Development Bank, right? B stands for Brazil.
BRICS is a financial, ma'am.
Yes. B stands for Brazil, R stands for Russia, I for India, C for China, and S for South Africa. Now, Egypt also became a member of this. So, what does these countries do? How does this NDB help? Because all these are like among them, I should say Russia, China, and India. They will help each other whenever there are huge investments to be done. Like we have a lot of projects, no, upcoming projects which are there, like space projects or roadways or railways or huge when constructions of roadways or railways. Whenever there is some development which involves a lot of money, sometimes the members also contribute or try to help each other in coming up with these kinds of projects, right? So what are the things that you know, very important points of this? Yeah, it's a multilateral bank, first of all. Yes, which has sustainable development, means growth which is not hampering the growth of the neighboring country. So we are growing together hand in hand with the other country, not in a fighting mode or not in, instead of investing a lot of money on the defense in fighting with the neighboring country, instead of that, if countries can work together, all that money can be used for the development of the both the neighboring countries, right? So it is an authorized bank and you can have yeah, formal negotiations also. It will help you to, I was telling you know, the infrastructure wherever it is, huge projects which are there. So in taking care of those projects also, this bank will help. So global growth all over the world, that will help. So when there are like no, when these COVID times are there, where they will help each other with the, they will help each other with the vaccine also. So these are the things. So Egypt also has joined this. So now you have the BRICS. Initially started with Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. Slowly Bangladesh, UAE, yeah, and Uruguay also has joined them. Right. Next, this is I think so the
Ma'am,
latest information. Tell me.
I want to add one point to the BRICS and New Development Bank, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am. In that, previously there are some companies in the American Europe which they used to give the ranking of their national banks to their partiality, ma'am. Means they
Mm-hmm.
used to support the American banks, but after the BRICS has developed a transparent mechanism in which they have ranked the banks in it more transparent way. It helped the people a lot, ma'am.
Yes, yes. They are all like no, the developing countries, I should say Bangladesh, India. India is in a better position actually. But yeah, Russia after the split up, now it is broken, and it is its economy is also very much like no, difficult to again come up. So this way, that's very very yeah, a good point, Vikram, that USA or few superpowers will try to yeah, do things, try to snub the countries which are under them. Instead of that, this is becoming more transparent. That's good. Yeah. Omicron. Yeah, definitely you'll have questions on Omicron in this UPSC also. So about COVID-19, how many number of vaccines have been yeah, released, to how many countries we helped with the vaccine, and especially on Omicron also you should have a brief about the updates. Yeah. So this is like you know, now becoming, I think so this was now December 30th. Now things are much like no more, the cases, number of cases have increased a lot, are increasing I should say. Yeah, so you have to catch up with this point, you have to catch up with the latest only. So WHO is again trying to help us out. Charan, are you following?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Hornbill. Now coming to this Hindu review by this one, let us see. In Nagaland, there was a festival which was celebrated. Naga Heritage Village, Kisama, Nagaland. So what is the festival? Hornbill Festival. So it is the 22nd edition. Yeah, like how we have Sankranti, the local festivals which are celebrated, yeah, with a lot of pomp and enthusiasm. Now, Earth Station of Doordarshan Kendra inaugurated in Gorakhpur. Previously, what was the other station? This was in Uttar Pradesh. Now, this is the second Earth Station in Uttar Pradesh at Gorakhpur. So, what are these Earth stations? What do they do? What are these Earth stations? Why do we need those Earth stations? How do they help? Any idea?
Ma'am, maybe they collect the data from the satellites.
Satellites. So now you are able to watch ZTV, TV, and all across the world. You are able to watch, right? So that this is not happening through the towers internally. Previously, the local towers only used to yeah, channel it from one place to another place. Now it is through the satellite. So satellites, to receive from the satellites, you need earth stations, right? So like that, these earth stations have been formed. Now smart cities missions implementation. Yeah. Can you name few smart cities?
Ma'am, Kakinada.
Yeah, very good. Yes. Visakhapatnam. These are means 100 cities. They want to make them with full yeah, technology, with cleanliness, all these points into consideration. They wanted to make it right. So among that, yeah, extended the timeline to June 2023 because during COVID, whatever has been planned was not successful, correct? So whatever was planned was couldn't be done. So the date has been extended to June 2023. So now how much amount was released? Approximate, like no idea about the amount also you should have. 27,235 crores have been yeah, released for this smart. PM inaugurated multiple projects worth 18,000 crores in Dehradun. All these upcoming yeah, projects are an indication for a better infrastructure in the country. So 7 projects he has done it. Yeah. What are those 7 projects? Yeah, hydroelectric project. Delhi Dehradun Economic Corridor. See, after BJP has come into power, there are huge, especially the roadways have been improved. Like, no, special focus is there on the roadways. Why? How will it help? Like, suppose if our country's roadways are much better, how will it help the economy? Why should the government invest a lot of money on the roadways? What if the road is not properly built?
Ma'am, roadways
Everywhere,
will help in
everywhere
the
you,
industry, ma'am.
Amma?
It will help in the industry growth also, ma'am.
Industrial growth also, it will help. Yes, very good. Any other point? Aditi, Sneha, any other point? Why should we develop our infrastructure? Why should we develop our roadways, waterways? That means from port to one port to another port. Suppose there is a roadway from Visakhapatnam to or Hyderabad to Chennai, right? If that roadway is very yeah, it has 6 lane or 8 lane roadways, how will it help? Whenever you're going, you'll see the toll gates. Several times you'll be moving across through the toll gates, right? What are these toll gates? Why do we pay? Sometimes when the government is unable to do it on its own, public private partnership, we have read about it in the previous classes, no, PPP model, they will invest in the infrastructure. So if I have taken up the project like L&T, yeah, Tata, or these big companies, when they take up these models, when they take up that plan, when they take up, what do? I construct and later I'll get back that money by all the people who are using the toll gate. The money which I get from the toll gate, I will utilize in recovering whatever I have invested in. Like, no, government will give me a chance to collect the amount for maybe 15 years, 20 years. During that time, how much ever traffic moves through that roadways, I'm going to get that money with that yeah, first investment which I have put, I'm going to recover it like that. And this will help you. Like suppose you have a huge yield of tomatoes or you have a huge yield of vegetables or flowers. These are perishable goods, right? If you are able to, from Vijayawada, suppose you have local, yeah, so many agricultural lands near Vijayawada. If your produce, you can, yeah, send it to Chennai very fast. By morning, if you are able to send, these are perishable goods, right? If you are able to do it faster only, it will be of some use. You can sell it in Chennai. But by the time, suppose if you are taking 12 hours or 24 hours to travel from Vijayawada to Chennai, what will happen? That product totally will be a waste, right? So that's why in any country, Yeah, USA, the huge superpowers have wonderful infrastructures where they have very good connectivity through airways or roadways, or we have a, India has a huge infrastructure with the railways also. Right. So that's about the 11 huge projects which are there. Now, next point is Gujarat became India's largest manufacturing hub. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has come up from this as a Chief Minister of Gujarat. He has done several, especially the solar power plants. Every canal which was there, he covered them up with the solar sheets. So they started getting a lot of, they started making their own power using the solar system. So solar power was a very good advantage. So like that, he has done several, this Statue of Unity also has become a very, it has become a tourist place. Like, you know, people visiting Taj Mahal now are visiting Statue of Unity also. So Gujarat has made itself as a hub for several manufacturing companies. I should say next comes Tamil Nadu also. Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra have given, Tamil Nadu has huge ports, right? Maharashtra has huge ports. So Gujarat also has huge ports. So through ports, they can, export it to other countries also. So Gujarat stands first in the manufacturing hub. Next is Maharashtra. Third is Tamil Nadu. Fourth is Karnataka, and fifth is Uttar Pradesh. So you should keep a track of this, because by the next quarter, maybe it can the order can change also, right? So next is the Kazulveli wetland, declared as the 16th bird sanctuary of Tamil Nadu. So this is a current affairs regarding environment, right? We have learned a lot about wildlife protection, about how these flora and fauna, the birds, how they should be, how we should save tigers, our wildlife, how we should save. So about this, we have learned, we have read a lot about it. So this particular in Tamil Nadu, this is the 16th bird sanctuary. And who is at that time, who is the for Environment and Forest Secretary? Supriya Sahu. So these wetlands, you have to remember. So related to this, you know about the Pulicat Lake, right? Yeah, that is the first. The second largest is these wetlands. Right. Niti Ayog launched e-Sawari India Electric Bus Coalition. Yes. You should learn more about this electric vehicles. Why is the country, or why is the whole world talking about this? Niti Ayog.
Electric vehicle.
Yes.
Ma'am, electric vehicles basically save fuel. So
Save
we can
fuel
replace
and
petrol and diesel with electric
petrol
cars.
and diesel, and also they are eco-friendly, right? Electric vehicles will not create any pollution. So government is giving a lot of subsidies for solar energy or vehicles using electric. Nowadays in the market, we have lot of, especially scooties coming up with electric scooties, electric bikes are in very much popular. Why are we going for it? Because we can go for this renewable energy, right? And this renewable energy, very quickly, I should say that more and more car companies also will come up with that. So because we know that around 50 to 60 years, all our petrol and diesel that resources will get extinct, right? So why did the economy of all those countries, Gulf countries, why did they come down? Because the reserves of, what did they do? After they understood that slowly our reserves are going to become extinct. So what should we do? So Dubai is now a place of tourism now. So they have made it, slowly converted it into a place where people come not to buy the petroleum and diesel reserves, for they are coming there for tourism, as a tourist spot. Huge electronics conferences, huge conferences will be conducted over there, so that trade fairs, all that they invite, so that there will be a lot of people coming in from different countries. So that's how it becomes, just like Singapore. Singapore is also more, its more income is from tourism only. So these are the points like this. So even in Delhi, Sneha, you can tell everyone about the different issues which come up, especially in winter.
Yes, ma'am, because of the fog which takes place, especially in the morning, traveling gets delayed. And
morning gets delayed, the visibility will be poor, right? And the pollution is so much that breathing becomes
especially
difficult.
During Diwali and
during Diwali,
New Year.
Yes, during Diwali and New Year, what happens? Several times, not only due to COVID, due to the bad weather conditions, means this lot of pollution. So sometimes the government closes down the school, saying that the air is not at all fit to breathe, especially for the young ones. So what are the different methods which the government has come up, Sneha? You are in Delhi, you can tell us.
Ma'am, odd even.
Odd and even. Yes. So using cars. So suppose Monday, if the odd number cars are moving, only the odd number cars will be moving. Then on next day will be the even. So you need to do carpooling. You need to adjust with your friend who is having a even number vehicle, so that you can commute. And also this public transport system has come up beautifully, where you can use the metros to travel from one place to another for your work or for business, whatever. Yes, very good. So now continuation of PMAYG. What is it? Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. Gramin, GS Gramin. Means, what is this? Private Awas. Awas means house, where you live. Yeah. So how do you live? There are several people who do not have a proper house, right? So the government helps the below poverty line, the lower income people. They will give a particular subsidy or help or a loan, in which they will be able to construct the houses. So the construction of the remaining 155.75 lakh houses, which has been pending. So the beyond March 2021 till March 2024. All the reasons are COVID only, right? Because you are not able to take care of it, right? So what is this Ken-Betwa River interlinking project? What are these interlinking rivers projects? What are they? If there are places where there is shortage of drinking water, then we will try to make canals through that area, so that the nearby river will be linked to it, so that there is proper water supply. So this Ken-Betwa interlinking of rivers project has been chaired by Prime Minister. So we will learn what it is. So it is not only the drinking water which helps. Sometimes these canals will help water for irrigation also. Irrigation. So most of the times farmers will be depending on the groundwater level. When too many people depend upon the groundwater, what happens? Groundwater become extinct, means it will go, means you have to go 100 meters, 150 meters, like that. You go down to start drilling the earth for the water. Instead of this, if these rivers can be connected, and if that water can be used for drinking water or for irrigation, it will help that whole belt. Like, you can see the West Godavari, East Godavari districts, Vijayawada. Why are they flourishing so much? Because of that river Godavari. With that river, all that agricultural districts which are there, they are all like helping the farmers to do like produce two crops or three crops in a year. So with that, the economic condition of the farmers over there will be much better, correct? So that's why these kind of interlinking projects will happen. Like, can you suggest places? That's why always between two states there will be trouble regarding, there will be trouble or there will be fights between the states for water. Yes, can you suggest any two between any two states which are fighting over the water?
Yes, Krishna water from Andhra and Telangana.
Between Andhra and Telangana. Telangana builds up huge dams, across Krishna, above, like on the western side. Then the water coming down will be the lesser amount of water will come down, right? So always Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. Similarly, Kaveri water between Karnataka and Tamil Nadu also. Always there will be a fight for this waters. Right.
Ma'am, recently even China has announced its dam project on this.
Yes.
The common river between India and China. I forgot the name of it.
They started treating. I have read somewhere that they have started treating. Assam as South Tibet. Yeah.
Yes,
so they started helping the villagers over there with the construction of houses and all that, trying to create a kind of like what is happening in Pakistan, occupied Kashmir. So like that only China is trying to get into the borders from the southeastern side. And sorry, not southeastern, northeastern states, and trying to create a create problem. So in this particular aspect, our photos from the space, from the satellites that we take, the satellites comparison will be there. Previous, this much construction was there, these many houses were there. When you compare, you will see that this construction of houses goes on a huge way. Then government will start fighting it out for that. There's only one
I'm on
minute.
Brahma. Yes, ma'am.
China's
dam on Brahmaputra.
Yes. We'll join in a minute and then we will conclude. Please join again.